Welcome back wherever you are in the world watching us. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. It is an action-packed of the sports, and in Africa now, everyone that follows football, that loves football, is talking about football politics. Yes, because Issa Hayatou, that has been president of CAF since 1988, has been pushed out of the way. He lost to Ahmad of Madagascar. And so you heard Harry Awurumide saying, now that this new leadership has come and they're talking about change, let's see it in women's football. While Harry was speaking, Joseph Mukwuzi was, throwing touch. He was like, I like what he's saying. I think I agree with him and all that. So let's welcome Joseph to the program. Joseph, good to have you on the show.
Always a pleasure, always a pleasure. A new dawn in African football, as Ahmad said, and a breath of fresh air. Not so much about the individual, but the fact that the democratization of CAF has started. Now that I'm so happy that what's it called? The FA chairman of Africa decided to find the nerves, to take this decision. It's a very bold one, an audacious one.
I like the word you just used, the nerves, because Hayatou was a strong man to football in Africa. But doesn't this put Ahmad and his new leadership into some sort of pressure to deliver?
They went on the slogan change. The word change really gives me goose pimple. I'm not too comfortable with that experience in Nigeria, I must say. But maybe we can draw inspiration from America, what change meant for them and how Obama was able to effect the change. I think it's important we don't put too much expectation on Ahmad. I really don't see him as an erudite scholar. He's been in charge of Madagascar for about 17 years, their FA, and Madagascar hasn't really done much. If you really look at it, the way I see it is that this is the beginning of the democratization process. If they could vote Hayatou out, whoever emerges now should know that he has 4 years to prove his mantle. If he doesn't succeed, he could be voted out as well. So, and also it provides them an opportunity to begin to restructure CAF and all the tendencies, the laws that have been amended to perpetuate Hayatou stay. Just make sure they dismantle it and let CAF be, a body that anybody can actually, who is qualified, can contest and win, not a sit tight. So it's a good development anyway.
It's good. In the words of Aisha, you answered, I listened to, I said, it gives you a new environment to think, to plan. It's good, but let's still bring it back to this change that you talked about. And this Ahmad and his team, bring it down to women's football. You think do you see them as reformers?
Well, the thing is, one thing I like about Ahmad is that he's not somebody that is just looking at it from his own idea. He's somebody that is open to new ideas coming in. I do believe that now we have Aisha Johansson, we have Pinnick. I do believe that some of the points he has raised are quite valid. It's high time we institutionalize female football. You get it to club level where we are able to have, championship for female football. And also, if you look at African football, really female football, it has really come of age. But one area they've really lacked because of the fact that it's not that lucrative is the input of foreigners, technical experts. We've seen foreign coaches come to African football. West South came and helped us develop our football. We've not seen that in African football, in female football. I think if they can come up with a policy that will just make it possible to have seminars, workshops, to train our coaches, bring this, if possible, have a form of a sponsorship program that will enable some of these coaches who have excelled in the West, in female football, come over and take over some of our teams. It will go a long way in helping. Nigerian football never really went far until we had a certain Clement Westerhoff come in and restructure and helped expose some of our boys to international football. If they are able to implement something of that nature in terms of policy, get some of these coaches who have excelled, because that is one area we lack. We have the robust energy, we can run, we have the physicality, but when it comes to the finishing, the technical aspect, that's where we lack really. And it will go a long way if they are able to have something of an arrangement that will enable some of these foreign coaches, because the problem will always be, how do you pay them?
That's right.
Female football is not that lucrative, so you can't really pay them. But in male football, we can, but if they can have such an arrangement to bring them in, it will go a long way in helping.
Always been an issue, Joseph. I totally agree with you. You used one word. The moment you said it, everything in me got up. Policy. policy. That's just what CAF needs to go back. Look into the policy that is guiding women's football and see ways that we need to change it to make it admirable. This weekend, it will be a very crucial, important week for football in Nigeria because in the continent, Rivers United, a tale of one story. On the other side, our Enugu Rangers. Let me begin with Rivers United. You think it's done and dusted for them?
Certainly not. Dolphin has been in this situation before. They ended up losing 6-1.
Wow.
So they know that this is not something that they cannot write off, you know. El Merreikh, they are veterans, they've been in this competition for 20 years. This is their 20th time of participating in this competition. So they know that they still have a lot of work to do. El Merreikh, you know, Dubsman, are capable of scoring 4-5 goals on a good day. So Rivers United know, they definitely know. I mean, with the experience of Dolphin, they know that this is a game that is still wide open. Very, very wide open. A lot could still happen.
So the message here is Rivers United cannot afford to be complacent. They cannot say because, oh, we won the first leg 3-0, because this is football, anything can happen. But when you look at this Rivers United side, we saw them at the start of the season. Business to the core. They took their training tour very seriously. They've been on point again with welfare. Players are not complaining. Maybe character might just do it for them.
Yes. No, obviously they cannot, they have very few complaints, you know. Even there was a time this coach Stanley Oguma got an ultimatum because the state government couldn't really understand why, you know, after putting in so much, and the results in the league weren't fantastic. So, and I think that really helped them because they picked up a bit. And in the continent, they've been excellent. The last match against Bamako, it was 4-0. It could have even been more. You know, even this one that they won 3-0, it could have been more.
That's right.
You know, the Merreikh didn't really show up that much. And, you know, with this kind of convincing result they are churning out on the continent, it will go a long way in inspiring, you know, them to greater heights.
I agree with you. So if you're a fan of Rivers United, I'm sure you're already with them right there in Sudan. Even if you didn't travel there, your soul, spirit, body and mind is rooting for Rivers United. And as Joseph said, it's football. Anything can happen. So it's not yet over until it is over. Let's go to Enugu. Yes, you need to fasten your seatbelt because that's where they need all the support of football fans in Nigeria. What a story. We knew Zamalek. They were going to be very difficult. But 4-1 first leg in Egypt. We'll get ready for the second leg. What can turn it around for Enugu Rangers?
It's hard. It's quite hard to imagine what to. It's very, very difficult because, you know, some have been saying the spirit of Barcelona and all this stuff. But if you look at Barcelona, you look at them, you realize that there were results leading to ground swelling, leading to they defeated Sporting Gijon 6-1. Celta Vigo went down 4-0. They were a team that they're actually a team that can score in volumes. But in terms of Rangers, there is nothing at the moment that suggests that they are capable of doing it. You know, I was just talking to a friend earlier in the day. They stand a very good chance, a much better chance of having Zamalek disqualified than beating them on the field. Zamalek is the nemesis of Nigerian teams. They've been in this situation over and over again, and they've excelled. And with the form of Enugu Rangers, quite discouraging form of Enugu Rangers, it is difficult at this point to imagine what could really work for them.